giving more to her, and we're gonna hop on weekly calls. So
yeah,
she's a good resource to have.
So is it still better than last spring?
It's certainly better. I mean, Anthony's come full swing. I'm happy with him. He's doing great work.
Yeah.
Right now I have no complaints about him. So, having him and Noah has been a huge help, man. Having great guys who are making less mistakes is super beneficial. So overall, my stress level is down. It's my overall personal anxiety just about not being caught up and always having things on my plate.
Yeah. So Ant's still doing really good. You're still happy with him?
Yeah, super happy, man. He's doing great.
Good. So he's gotten a lot better, obviously.
He's gotten a lot better, yes.
Yeah. Cool.
He's a quick learner.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, oftentimes he just has to be told once about something.
Yeah.
Like a reminder, and then he gets it.
That's great. It's all you can ask. It's the best you can ask for. Everyone's going to make a mistake.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to say, shit, I had something. Oh, yeah. So we just didn't plan on having another salesperson this year. But if that's our project next year, we get the production manager situated, then we can just focus on that, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure if we'll need a full-time sales guy, but during the spring rush, I'll certainly need somebody.
Yeah, well, I think naturally that would kind of fall on Ant to begin with when it's like part-time. But one thing we definitely need to do, like we have our sales pretty well systemized, but like you said, like the mileage from like anything you're doing that's just in your head, we need to get stuff out of your head, like any adjustments you're making. Like I went to record the loom for the small engine repair quotes, and like I saw the mileage from shop, I saw the prices, and I figured probably adjusting those, but like that can't be the thing. It needs to be, this is how you do it. Like there can't be any grayness in how you do sales if you want someone else to do it. It can't be, we got to get it out of your head and into the computer. So they just plug in numbers and make it as simple as possible.
Yep.
So anyway, you want to keep it fairly quick today. So we just talked about Noah's estimate, him sending the estimates out. So we talked about that.
Right.
Text messages, I do feel like the problem, like for example, yesterday I sent an email about, I forget what it was, and he texted me back. I've seen a lot of text messages in the message center, and I feel like correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like when you have time, you get back to the text messages, and then what happens is you get really busy and then become overwhelmed by all the responses. Like that's what it feels like. Like you're texting people back, you're texting, and then all of a sudden it gets out of hand because you're busy. You don't have time to respond to text messages, but you already cleared the seat for all the text messages when you weren't busy. That's what it kind of feels like from my end.
I'm going to have to admit defeat on that one. The company sends out way too many text messages. I may as well just join in the party, man. Oftentimes, it's the quickest thing to do. I really don't have time to play phone tag with people. I get direct answers. I haven't really complained about it much. If I can just limit the amount of internal messages, then I have time for clients. That's fine. If it's about sales, man, I'm all about it. But when I have a reach texting me all day, I can't do both. So it's one or the other. So to get things done, man,
they all say no respond, do not reply. But then when you reply to them, you're obviously now they know that you're now telling them you will reply. It probably does not a little bit, because some people won't even bother the text to begin with. But but the people that you already went back and forth with, I don't even know how to fix that anymore. If you all of a sudden tell them that we told everyone last year, hey, we don't respond to text messages, and now we respond to everyone's text messages. So we're just kind of we're erasing all the work we did to fix that.
I don't think so. I had a girl today who I called and I said, hey, you been getting our text messages? She said, yeah, but they say do not reply. So I didn't reply. So it's certainly working.
But the people that you start replying to now know that you can reply to them, right?
Well, I can just ignore them in the future, man. When I need to get things done, I got to get things done.
Right. The expectation is you won't respond, but maybe you will, right?
Sure. So I admit defeat, man. As simple as that. Again, it's the quickest, most convenient thing. It is what it is.
Yeah. All right, because I've been trying to send you emails instead of texting, but then sometimes you'll text me about it. So then obviously that stirs it up,
Yeah.
So essentially, the convenience of sending outbound text messages is worth the consequences of inbound messages, is what you're saying. Because calling someone takes more time, right? But
no, you're right. And it's always been convenient for me to text people, but super inconvenient when they start texting me back, right? It's kind of selfish, but it is what it is.
Yeah. All right. Well, I just don't know how to fix it next time. I'm sure if we have to, we can find another solution. But we're building a problem by responding to customers, and we told them we're not responding. That's all I'm saying.
Balls in my court, man. I can ignore them if I want to.
Yep. All right.
Cool.
Hey, so I saw your Trello card on getting a phone line. So I think what we can do is is just do what we have Arij and what's her face doing? Lewis, maybe? No, anyway, we can give her just him access. We don't need a whole nother line. We can just probably have her call outbound from the main company number, right?
Have her call from mine. So that way, if it's about estimates,
Perfect.
they can just call me back.
All right, perfect. So yeah, I was saying we don't. If we add a line, it's like $30 a month. I don't think we need to.
Fuck that.
One other thing to note is I've been getting this message. I've been putting it off, but at the end of this month, like our desk phones on Ring Central are like no longer supported. So I'm gonna have to figure out a replacement for those. I sent you an email. I think. Would you prefer like a cordless, like a old school, like has speakerphone, like a wireless phone, so you could walk around with it, or do you just want a regular desk phone?
I don't really walk much. I don't know if that's necessary.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, that's the upcoming thing, and I might be able to ghetto rig those ones to work. I don't know. It's gonna be such a pain in the ass, and I don't really want to deal with it. But we're gonna have to get those phones working. So that's that. Oh, so right after, or you're talking about Region Lewis behind on comments
Right.
on Facebook for people requesting work, and then and then you put Melissa on it. But like I'm just like personally just like in a couple of those groups like Town South Kingstown, like you thought because you liked it or someone liked it. Hey, we do a small equipment repair one-time mows, and I was like the first comment, and then like there was a second post later, and I was like way down at the bottom, but like there's still no one responding to them timely.
Hey, so get this.
Top page.
Yeah, so here's my thing, man. For a year now, I've been reminding Arij, man. I can't tell you how many times I've had to remind her about this. And then she said, "Oh, Lewis is doing it." So I've had to remind Arij to remind Lewis countless times, man. Once a week, I'm sending screenshots. Why are we not responding? All these other people are running their own business. They're managing guys. They're doing the work, and they're still beating us to the post. And here I am paying a guy to solely comment in groups, and he wasn't doing it. So I said, enough of this. So I took him off of it. I said, scratch that from your list. Melissa's going to do it. She's much more diligent. She's in there daily. I've been seeing her responses, and now we're in like the top 5, and that's where I want to be.
Okay. I think what they were doing, we give them so many tasks, and they probably go throughout their day, and like that's one thing they do throughout the day, check Facebook, but it's not going to be within the 15 minutes. And it'd be very distracting to go in there every 15 minutes and check. And also they're probably on their computers and on their phones, which makes a difference too, because a lot easier. You get notifications, but on your computer you probably go in there and check. So anyway, I'm just noticing that was after you told Melissa to do it. All I'm saying is like, but maybe I don't know, the transition was it was like yesterday, so I don't know if that's been fully implemented, switching to having Melissa do it. But I'm just letting you know that I was still like the first one to comment, and no one else had done it yet.
So yesterday I told her to log in the morning, and she has it on her phone, so she can be at work, her desk job, and she can just scroll Facebook. She's doing that. So I said log in around 9:30, log in around 12:30, and log in around 3 or 3:30. And if you have time at night, do it one more time. I don't think you have to be in every 15 minutes, but if you hop in 3 or 4 times a day, we should be on it. Yep.
Okay.
Great.
All right, cool. Yeah, so let's run through. So quickly on this, though, and I'm circling back to this because I agree. Like, here's the packages right in our website, the prices, and then down here, and I updated the screenshot and the estimates, but this makes it look like it's included, right? Even though he put in add-ons available for additional charges, still like these green check boxes, which just look like this. But so my suggestion was putting in the prices there. I saw you responded, but like, these have prices on them, or maybe we just don't have this at all and we just put on the quotes. But that would be confusing too.
It would not be confusing. I think it's confusing now. Why even mention those things? They're separate from the package. They're completely different services. They're charged differently. They're separate altogether. Different crew, different product, different everything. So just take it right off. It'll eliminate any confusion. Take it off.
Okay, but we're letting people know. The whole idea is we're letting people know because they're buying a package. They might think that like, oh, Premiere, I get everything, but they don't. So that was, just let them know that these are available services because they're going to go down the package pipeline and they're not going to have any idea that we can fertilize too, unless we make it clear somewhere.
I mean, it's pretty obvious we do lawn care. I think a lot of people check out our website.
Or we could also do this. And also like lawn obstructions, no one knows what that means. So just get rid of it, right? Like who knows what that means? Unless we're going to put effort into defining that, no one in the world knows what that is except for me and you, right? Probably. Not even your own staff. So let's get rid of that. But maybe what we can do is this might be a better plan. So instead of having this whole section there, put here optional put it right in the line items for each package, and then not put these green check marks, put something else that makes it clear that like they have to buy it. Maybe a $sign, right, instead of a checkbox. So a $sign for fertilization program additional and dethatching additional. That way, because otherwise we want them to be aware of all of our services. And if we sell them and someone doesn't think busy person with money, they just want, oh, I want the premier package, give me everything. They're not getting everything. So they should be aware of that,
We hammer people with marketing, man. I mean, within a week's time, I'm going to send them an email for lawn care. Let's just reduce clutter, right? Let's just take that off altogether. And everybody knows we do lawn care, man.
Well, if they can get rid of this and put a $sign additional fertilization program, that would make it clear. And it's like, right. And they can it's also still selling them on it. No,
I'm not sold on it, man.
Okay. All right. So we'll just axe it then. We'll just axe it.
It looks clunky, right? It's not centered. It's like, I don't know. I don't like it. If we can center those packages, see how there's a bunch of space on the right side?
We can put right here. We can just put ask us about adding on or ask about
other services.
Detaching. How about that?
I see something like ask about our other services or something simple. Like you start mentioning the word add-on, man. To see the key word there is add-on. People mistake add-on for free or it's included. And if we just eliminate the word add-on, we'll eliminate any discussion and having to explain it to people.
Ask about our fertilization, or not included is our fertilization program and dethatching. Just like below it or something, like a line here.
I would just say ask about our additional services, man. Simple, right?
Okay.
Or don't forget to ask about our additional services. Make it make it sound important to them.
Okay. What else would we be putting there besides that? Like our main services that are missing from this is really our fertilizing. Or ask about our lawn care program. Boom.
We do lawn care! ! Ask about, ask for a quote for lawn care or something like that.
There we go. I think that covers everything because that's going to cover the thatching and fertilizing, and I don't want them to think it's included. So just ask about our fertilizing program. Ask about adding on our fertilizing I'll figure out something. All right, but that sounds like a plan.
All right. Hey, one other thing before we jump off that. So nobody sees the fucking starts at, right? Starts at $199. Everybody thinks that their package is going to be $199, even 20,000 square foot lawns. And I'm like, well, it's based on lawn square feet. So I know it says it above that on the webpage, but we need to delineate that somewhere on these packages. Like if we can insert that below the package title, that'd be great.
What do you mean the starting at?
So if you go to the homepage, check it out.
Yeah.
And you'll see above the packages there on the homepage, it mentions, but it's sort of like, it's not clear. It's in small print, not really bold. Above that.
Oh, above this. Oh, I see.
Yes. Yep. So if we can insert that onto the package or below where it says packages paid in 12 monthly installments, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Maybe put it in bold, bigger text.
Okay. Got it. All right. I'll send that off.
Time and again.
Oh, go ahead.
I said time and again, I'm having to explain that to people.
I know. I'm trying to, every time we fix these recurring problems, it's one less thing we never have to deal with again. So this is a recurring problem. We're spending time right now to get it right, but you're going to save so much time moving forward if we can just get that right. So it was worth talking about.
Agreed.
All right. So payroll last week, it's been pretty consistent around 15 grand. RBS payroll 3,000. Contractor, that's probably Melissa.
Yep.
So according to dispatch board, we did about 38 grand of work.
Sweet.
Yeah, great week. And I'm telling you, when the Mexicans come in a week or two, as long as we can just keep this ball rolling, nothing else suffers by adding on the other crew, we're going to be crushing it. Because that's all going to be on top. So we had 38. I'm not sure. Someone terminating a package. There's an adjustment there. So the reason why, and I'm glad the Ridge does this now. The reason this is what we're actually seeing for deposit is 28. The reason why we did 38, we're only getting 28, is because we got deposits. So we already got the deposits for these jobs, right? So we're not going to get the other. We're not going to get that. The discounts aren't reflected on dispatch board, right? So we're losing 800 from that. Packages. That's a big one. This is something to do with someone canceling. Failed charges, $400. We're not seeing that money, obviously. Prepayments is people who prepaid for the year, $600. So that's basically what's left. And this is the discrepancy here, right? So we actually got 31 on what the dispatch says is 38. And this is the discrepancy. So this is the difference between what we actually got paid and what we expected to get paid, and a lot of it has to do with like timing. Like we got some payments from, we have some receivables still, and we got some payments from, she's sent on here somewhere. So like it's just like she's saying there's a lot of overlapping pay weeks. Past due, paid this week. So anyway, what we actually got for payments is 31, and the dispatch says 38. There's the reasons why. So it's good to see that, right? Ring Central. All right, so let's run through last week. Good week, great week. It looks like Ari's already added in the Mexican guy's crew, so this is going to seriously step up our hours. But again, and we got to do the monthly this week too. We're expecting the hours to jump up, right? Because we're actually expecting them to jump up, middle of this month, right? Yeah. So we're expecting hours per week 553. So this goal is going to now jump up quite a bit, right? So we're going to start falling behind until the Mexicans are here, right? Because we're not going to get in, because we far exceeded. We got 400 hours last week. We only need 320, but this is based on April, right? April's figures. So now this goal is going to go way up when we get these Mexicans, but we shouldn't have an issue hitting it. As long as we can keep our rates, as long as we don't suffer in production wise. But things look like from this endpoint, from the numbers endpoint, it looks like things are running really smoothly and really well from here.
Excellent.
Does it feel that way from your end last week, that things went smoothly?
Yeah, things are smooth, man. It couldn't be any smoother. There's no issues in the morning. Everybody's getting out. Equipment is running top notch. There's been no hangups.
That's what's doing it. And that's why the numbers look good too. It reflects how the week went. You have a good week, things went smoothly, and there's not a lot of waste, and that's going to be reflected in the end.
Yeah.
Expensive wise.
Give credit to Ant and Noah.
What do you say?
I give credit to Ant and Noah for that.
Yeah, it's amazing. Good. So it looks like we got some job supplies, some sod, Allen seed. There's obviously, we probably are still using some FERT supplies that aren't listed here for this week for the pallet delivery of fertilizer. By the way, jumping ahead here, but that box truck is going to be awesome, I think, for FERT. And now think about, we're going to eliminate even more downtime because that truck's going to be preloaded with everything they need. We should, and that's what I want to discuss. We don't have to do it today, but we should adjust the prep budget hours for that crew, because we have load and unload like an hour a day for the FERT crew, but they're not going to need to load and unload really, because they're going to have everything they need every day, right?
Yeah, exactly. So he can essentially put his entire FERT round, because that truck can hold a few tons, and the lift gate is 2,000 pounds. So he can load up a ton of FERT and just store it in there and keep it in there. And he doesn't have to load FERT in the morning. He can just stock it with his equipment and FERT products, and he's good, man. It's a rolling container.
Actually, the delivery truck could load it right on the lift gate, kind of, right?
Exactly.
Maybe not.
Yes.
Put it right in the truck, and then we can slide it back.
Yes.
Amazing. Yep. Yeah, and now we also gain more storage too. That was like, and we're gonna get in that new truck we're getting too, the Mo truck. That's gonna save a lot of unbillable time too.
Sure is, man.
Those are great decisions.
Totally.
Excited about that, and I think that's a decent truck. I didn't want to spend so much, but I didn't want to buy a truck that's not going to last us at least 5 years. I think that should just be the general mentality. It's just not worth the effort to buy something to the last couple of years,
Yep.
So anyway, so here's the revenue we talked about. I noticed it's slightly off. It might do with the timing, but it was off by like $500 based on what that email was. But like we just said, hours are way up. Margins way up, charge rates above what we expected. So
nice.
Fantastic week, way up on hours and $2 higher in charge rate. What else could we ask for, right?
Love it, man. Love it.
Great, that's what we want.
Feels so good.
Right, it looks like you're hovering about the same win rate here.
Yeah, man.
All the crews did great. 2 notes, because I'm a little more prepared today. I went through it beforehand. Green crew, again, you have the guy training, right? It's costing us. So here's what it cost us last week. Just making you aware that there's a real cost to this training. So $3, so $14 an hour is the difference from what he's supposed to get, right? And what he's been getting roughly, times 91 hours. We could if Randy was just someone trained, we would have had another $1,300 of revenue. That's what it was last week too. So this guy's got to get up to speed, but it's costing us $1,300 in revenue each week that we have this guy training. Because that's huge,
So my thoughts on that, when you send a guy for projects, right? Number one, the projects foreman has to be a good teacher, okay? You can't just say, hey, grab a wheelbarrow and throw mulch, right? The guy needs to give clear instructions. And what's that?
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. When a new guy needs constant instructions on a project, it distracts from the project. It obviously costs us time, right? So they're under pressure to get the job done. So here you have a foreman who's got to communicate with the client. He's got to train a guy. He's got to make sure the job details are done. He's got to communicate with Ant. He's got all these things happening, right? Lots of details. And then what happens is he goes over budget, and we end up charging the client. It's not fair, in my opinion, to charge a client to train somebody. I mean, it is what it is. It's an expense on our end, right? Why should we go through the hassle of having to knock on the door, call them, ask for an overage, talk about it with a reach, just fucking put the guy in a mowing crew. Yeah, we're gonna eat some money, man. But if the guy fucking works out and pays off, we're gonna make money in the end instead of just taking that away from projects, man, and distracting the projects foreman.
Well, here's what I think, and I don't know if he has the capacity, but hear me out. I think that rather than, and then we have to adjust the bonus allowance for the foreman and stuff because he's dragging me on this dead weight. I think Ant, the production manager, if he's not in this sheet anyway because he's overhead, right? He should just be helping that crew. He should be training because that way it's consistent. If you have a different foreman training guys different ways, like if the production manager is the guy training, he's gonna train everyone the same way. Also, we wouldn't build a client for that time, and also it wouldn't drag down the mowing numbers. So say if like Ant works with the mow crew and there's 3 guys in that crew for half the day, it's not gonna be reflected in the charge rate, right? Because it's overhead. Ant's just applied wherever he's needed. He's helped train that guy. He's gonna help. They're gonna have a 3-man crew. So basically, the dead weight's not. It should make up for it. Is my point. Or if he works at a client's house, they get 3 people working instead of 2 for the same rate, right? While he's training. So just the thought that would really solve all those problems. We wouldn't be the client wouldn't be overbilled. We wouldn't have to mess around with the bonuses. The foreman wouldn't be pissed off. He'd extra help, and things would be consistent. So I don't know if Ant's, I know he's busy too, but like that is probably where it would make sense to put him. He wouldn't have to be there all day, but a few hours a day, help him train this guy, and then take off to do his other stuff. But that would balance everything out.
Not a bad thought. I'm open to it, and I'm going to do it. But again, I feel like a guy should know how to work and fuel a weed whacker before they hop on a project crew, because a project crew is going to involve all that stuff, right? They're going to be mowing lawns, going to be weed whacking. I guess they can learn it there too, but it just seems like the natural place for somebody to start is with lawn mowing and weed whacking.
Okay. Well, all I'm not saying change anything. I'm just making you aware that like every week we have a new guy on this crew that's training. It's costing us, the last 2 weeks cost us $1,300. So there's something to be very aware of, because like we don't want that to go on forever, right? And like we need to make decisions quickly if this guy is going to make it or he's not, because if we stretch it out, it costs us $1,300 a week every week we delay making a decision. So Randy, if we're to ditch him now, we lose $2,600. If we ditch him next week, we lose $3,400.
All right. So yeah, I get all that. And sure, we need to make a change. I agree 100% on that. So Randy says this guy's picking things up. He's getting it. So the problem may not be Jose, man. It might be Randy, because remember last year, the charge rate was super low. So it may not be Randy, man. I mean, it may not be Jose.
You could also swap them around 1 week or, a couple of days, another crew, and just get another guy's feedback. But yeah, I mean, well, Green Crew before so we scroll down to Green Crew over here. Where is it? Green Crew. He was doing in the 80s, 76, 87. He was cruising. I mean, granted, the grass is definitely growing faster. Like I cut my grass like after 5 days. So grass definitely is picked up. But I mean, clearly this is where the guy started. He's 63. They're going a little faster. Grass is also growing slower. But in the meantime, this crew, Maroon Crew, has gone up in that same time period. So clearly it's probably that guy. Like Randy's been hitting high charge rates until that guy started, and then he dropped by $20 an hour. And then Maroon Crew has been pretty consistent. Yeah.
So I'm sort of at a standstill right now. I can't give Jordan a new employee because he was just complaining about this kid Isaiah who I was about to fire, but he quit just in time, so it saved me the hassle. So he was complaining about having to train this guy Isaiah and all these issues with that, and having to communicate and get jobs done quickly. So I'm all set with giving him another guy to train on projects right now. That'll totally piss him off. He'll start complaining. I'll fire him. Simple. So right now I'm sort of at a standstill. I can't give Jordan a new guy, and I can't take that guy Jose off mowing right now. So we're sort of stuck. So all I can do right now is just tell Randy, hey, pick up the pace this week, and let's see what happens. If we have another bad week, I'll make a change. Fair enough?
Yeah. So totally. I'm not telling you any decisions to make. All I'm doing is giving you the information to make you aware and make the decision on it. So it costs us $1,300 a week. That's all I want you to know.
Got it. Loud and clear.
Maroon Crew's hitting exactly what we expected at 81. Orange Crew doing fertilizer. There's, like I said, there's no FERT in these expenses this week, so they probably were a little bit lower.
Yeah, you killed it.
Orange crew,
Excuse me.
orange crew right here. So yeah, they're hitting. This is a week expenses probably hit where they hit 71. They probably got dinged for all the FERT for the month. So they got a little higher than they did last week. Between the weed sprays at the lower rate and the regular applications. And then my only concern was right here. Oh, his went up. Okay, I readjusted it. 74 Zach 2 weeks. Oh no, that makes sense now. All right, because when I looked at this, I messaged Arij because this was like $24 an hour, and I thought he was doing something else, but he's doing a lot of. This is his crew pulled up for the week. They did a lot of mostly mosquito and tick spray. He did some yard signs in there.
Yep.
But mostly mosquito and tick sprays, and he got. And he hit 74. So there's not much else in. I don't see anything like equipment repair delays. Yeah, I don't see anything in there. So yeah, he's the mosquito and tick. We're making something on, but it's below our averages here, right? But we're making money on it, right?
Yeah, yeah. So he should. I mean, if we can eliminate some downtime for him, great. That would obviously improve the charge rate. So I don't know what we can.
He also it says he was also under budget on the job. So these mosquito and tick sprays, it's probably they're either far apart or they're not priced very well. Wait, why are these? Okay, these are all equipment delays, 0, dump fuel signs. Yeah, I mean this day 429, he only did 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, at production jobs he did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sprays. That's not a lot of money they generated.
Nope.
On this day. And where are they? Warwick, Cranston, East Greenwich, West Greenwich. West Greenwich is probably far out. I got to, I'm going to check the routes again because, and I think I do have a recurring task for this. But my friend Luke was just mentioning he saw like one of our yard signs like way the fuck out in Tiverton somewhere, and it makes me think he's like, oh, that's a hike. I was like, you're right. I should check the routes again and see where if we're doing stuff that's way out of the way. West Greenwich is pretty far from East Greenwich. There's no way we made money on this application driving from East Greenwich to West Greenwich.
He's not far. She's actually a funny story. That girl, Julie Richards, is my first girlfriend. I was 14. She taught me everything I know, man. And she's been a client for 3 years. She's right near Sabrina's school at Metcalf, and we have a gardening job there. And it's literally 10 minutes down the road. It's really not that far. Yeah. And the little Compton one, Tiverton, we have one guy out there. He's on the cusp, man. I'm thinking about dropping him. So I did have Jack put out some yard signs there. And we have 2 clients in Tiverton, one in Little Compton. So it's an area that's open for tapping. And I think we should give it a little more time.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, just again, like we should be aware of these things, not just blindly. Like there should be a strategy there. So I'll look at those routes and I'll send you an email or a Trello card, just some accounts to consider if you want to keep them. But yeah, great week. Oh, sorry, we have to run through the monthlies now.
Okay.
Because this is the last week in April. We decided to put those 4 days in April. So we gotta change everything. So April. All right, so overtime a little higher. We planned 5%. We were 6.8%. That usually doesn't change much at all, but we will change that. So, and let's look here. So, our forecast at the moment is 165,227. 10% profit, right? So let's now change the numbers. So 165, just to remember that.
Let's see that shift go up.
Yep. So April, we planned 5%. What did I say? 6.8.
I can't remember.
I'll double check. Yeah. So that only made a difference, like $800. Hold on. Yep, 6.8.
It went the wrong way.
Well, the overtime went up. It's going to bring a profit down, right?
Yep.
Higher expenses. Field hours. 1714.87. 1714.87 April. So higher hours, right? So that's going to bring our profit from 164,791 up to 183.
Big jump.
Yep. And then our April charge rate, we planned in 88. And we hit 91.56. This is all great news. So our profit from 183 up to 189.
Nice.
Fantastic, right? Good
Yep.
to see, right? The profit
It
has
certainly
bumped up
is, man.
1%. Yeah, that's great. So so now we have to put our new goals, right? So we have to be hitting 553 hours a week in May. So
Mm-hmm.
and that this is divided evenly, but obviously, we're throwing on a whole what is it, 2 more crews? There's 4 guys coming, right? So so really that goal, really we're going to be we should be exceeding the hours, and the Mexicans come and underperforming until they come, right? Is what it should
Yep.
do. So this is going to be, what did I just say? May is 553 hours. 553. And what do we plan for charge rate? I think it goes down. Let's see. So we plan 88 for April, and for May it is 74. So it should be way easier to hit our goals. The mowing is going to slow down and everything, but the bar is much more reasonable now, right? For this charge rate.
Sure is.
That should be easy to hit. And until we get back to the seeding time of year again, our goals are pretty low. For our charge rate's going to drop, except until we get to seeding and stuff in September, and then we get cleanup. So we should be doing really well again. So these goals should not be hard to hit, right?
No, they're certainly attainable.
Definitely attainable, right? All right, waste log for last week. We got pullover police. Nothing we can do about that. Something about the Thatcher and all this. That's not going to be a problem anymore with the box fan, right? I'm going to save 20 minutes.
That was 2 weeks ago, wasn't it? Was that last week?
Oh, did a reason not fill this out yet? Yeah, that's not this week. Shouldn't fill it out. All right. Well, we don't have it for last week. I guess she didn't fill it out. Okay. Waste log. I'll just remind her.
What a waste.
Yeah, but anyway, this fitting stuff in the trailer isn't going to be an issue anymore. They always have everything they need. And we should probably, I don't know when we can save it, because I know you're in a bind and we hit a bunch of other stuff today, but we need to talk about the budget hours, because they don't need the load and unload time each week. Yeah, that's going to get cut down, the unbillable time there.
Let's just take that off.
I mean, there's some load and unload time, right? But it's not going to be what it was.
He has a load time in the morning, and he has 15 minutes at the end of the day. We can eliminate the end of day, and we can just reduce his time in the morning.
Now, you want to do that now, or you want to do it later?
Yeah, let's do it now quickly.
Okay, and this looks like a complaint fixed cost.
Noel Stradier fix. I can't remember.
All right, so here's our little debt log here. So what I did with the truck was I did that like 2 years of payments again. I paid for that with my personal cash, like the 17 grand. So I put that note here, sorry, 15,700, and we set up payments over 2 years just to help our cash flow out. So I didn't include that here because it's kind of like a longer term debt.
Okay.
So as of 5/9, which is today, we have. Yeah, so she has this. This is not right. Let me fix that. I figured she was going to be confused on that. We have a big credit on the 855 credit card because I double paid it, which is which is usually a problem, but in this instance it wasn't because we actually have some money. So we have a credit balance on that card.
Great.
Yeah, exactly. But she's counting it against us. So let me just double check that. So you can see the RBS credit card is negative 34. We have a credit balance at 3714. So that's really cash, right? So this should actually be negative 3714.
Okay.
So yeah, so here's the checking account balance. I'm not going to pay off my loan until we get the credit cards cleared up. This is just payroll money I haven't paid myself, which I'll wait on too. 855 card balance clearly gone way down, right? RBS invoice balance, we paid off a chunk of it, and I guess there's still something remaining, but it's overall going down, right? Way down over the past 2 weeks. We've been tracking this 4 weeks. Job deposits balance is going down slowly because we're producing jobs, right? So this is like a loan from clients basically for jobs done this year.
Okay.
RBS credit card balance, I more than paid off. right? So now it's a credit balance of 3714, and the checking account balance has $6,000 in it. So our debt is consistently going down. That's what we want to see, right? And like I said, like we're going to as soon as we get another crew running, or we're going to have much bigger. We're having a lot of more money left over. As long as we're hitting our numbers, and we're going to really nail away at that really quickly. So that's great. So unbillable time. Let's see, lawn mowing, fertilizing. All right, dump fuel. So here's this prep time we're talking about. So clean prep, load and unload. So right now we have 4 times a week, 30 minutes to load, 15 minutes to unload. What do you want to make that considering they have a box truck?
I would say 15, 20 minutes tops in the morning. That could include filling up water jugs for mosquito and tick, filling up water jugs for weed sprays, so on and so forth. But I feel like 20 minutes is probably sufficient.
20 minutes load, 15 minutes unload?
Nothing to unload.
Nothing to unload. Got it. Yeah, because they just use it up, right?
He's going to use it and keep everything on his truck.
Yeah. So 20 minutes is going to be it's 0.33, right? 20 minutes.
Yes.
That's all I wanted to change there. Yeah, that's all I got.
Sweet, man. Excelente.
Yeah, good week, right? And we've been consistently either hitting or exceeding our numbers. So we're really on a good track. I'm feeling good about it. I wouldn't have gone out because my personal cash reserves after everything this year, I don't have a lot left, but only reason I felt comfortable doing that was because one, the house renovations are done, so that's going to be flowing positive, but two, like I know we're not going negative anymore. So I'm feeling good about our financial position. This is why I was able to front that cash, because I don't feel like I'm going to need it I haven't dumped any money in the company for over a month, you know what I mean? So I don't think we need to put any more cash in for that. So that's why I was able to get the truck with it.
Thanks for doing that, man. That's huge. Commitment on your part. You're taking a risk, but super valuable to the company. So thank you for that.
Yeah. It is a lot. I put my whole neck on the line. But again, I wouldn't do that if I didn't have faith in you. That's what it comes down to, because you're the one that's leading all this. You're the one that's making all these numbers work out, and I'm investing in you. Because if I didn't have faith in the direction the company was heading, I wouldn't be putting my neck on the line.
Well, that's encouraging, man. Thank you. So we make a great team, man. That's what makes this work. So
Yep.
I've got faith in you. You got faith in me.
And I got the call with Amy. By the way, you said you were going to transfer $3,500, right? Did you do that?
No. So I'm going to go to the bank today and grab a $4,500 bank check. Do you prefer?
Okay.
I can give it to the company, but the company owes you money. Do you want that check? Will that work?
That's what I don't want to make it complicated, but you might as well just give it to me, because that's going to be your buy-in to me. So rather than transferring it back out. So if you want us to do it that way.
Yeah. I'll have the check today, and I don't know if I can deposit it to an account. That'd probably be the easiest thing.
Yeah, I can give you my wire, my check, my information if you want to Zelle it or transfer it, or you tell me, whatever, or bank check, however you want to do it. Or if you go to Bank of America, you can probably just deposit it right to my account, whatever you want to do.
I have to go to Santander and grab the check. I can do a Zelle payment, but Zelle only does $2,500 per day, so it would be 2 transactions. Right. And then I could leave the check in the safe. You have $100 in the safe waiting for you too for equipment sales, so that's there. Okay. If you want to stop and maybe grab the check and the money, but you tell me what's easiest for you.
Yeah, just a bank check is fine.
Okay, so you have that money, you'll have the cash and the $4,500 check in the safe waiting for you.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay, awesome. Good call.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Hey, by the way, who's good to post? Who should I assign? Because that last video I posted myself, but I want to get that on the roll. Nazish should be doing the emails for these videos, right? And then who should be composing? Who's posting the group? Who should I assign that to? Whoever's posting the YouTube videos.
Jared should be the one posting.
There it is now. Okay. And then I'll tell Nazish I'll put her on. Who should I put on? So these videos get recorded and saved as a Ring Central recording. You have to download it, upload it to YouTube,
right.
Get the ChatGPT description and stuff, and write up the emails. Should that go to Jared or Nazish?
Jared, for sure.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Anything involving social media platforms, YouTube, can go to Jared. That seems to be his specialty.
And then Nazisha was right about who will do the emails about the videos.
Nazish can do that. Her work is like
Okay.
subpar, man. It doesn't take
Yeah.
anything spectacular, but I certainly wouldn't trust her to do like social media posting and
I know. Okay.
yeah.
All right. Sounds good.
Cool, man.
I'll catch you.